Are you tired of using your plasma gun, your melta gun, your grenade launcher, your plasma pistol with your Kazakhstan troopers? Then worry no more. We don't need heavy weaponry. All we need is the las gun. Hello and welcome back to A Bit Tactical, where today I'm covering what I call the Hellgun protocol. And what this simply is you with your Kazakhstan going in all las guns. No plasma pistols, no anything other than a hot shot weapon. They used to be called Hellguns, which I think sounds cooler, but whatever, they changed. So yeah, that's the gist of the strategy, and let's just dive into the team comp of this. First of all, your sergeant is obviously going to be carrying the las pistol, as well as the power weapon, which, hey, that's lethal 5, so you have a little bit more power when it comes to your melee. You'll also be bringing all your specialists, no reason not to, your medic, your demo trooper, your recon specialist, your Vox trooper. You're also going to be bringing your marksman, because he has a hotshot sniper rifle, and your hotshot volley gun, which will be the only 2 gunners you're going to have on your team. The rest of your beautiful team is going to be made up of the MVP, which is the troopers. Normal Kazakhstan troopers, hotshot weapons, normal Kazakhstan stats, but they do all have a very special trait, which allows them to use a stun grenade and a smoke grenade once per turning point. So that means one of these guys can use a smoke grenade, the other can use a stun grenade, and the other can just shoot. This does give you a little bit of advantage, right? You could put 3 of them all across the board, and wherever you're going to need a smoke grenade, a stun grenade, you're going to be able to cover basically the entire board. So think of it like that. Think of it as a positive. For this build, of course, you're going to be taking long range scope, which anytime you shoot somebody that's outside of 6 inches of you, you get the saturated weapon roll, which means they don't get any cover saves. Relics of Kadia, obviously, which will allow you, if you have 2 or more misses, you can discard both of them and then retain 1 normal hit. And of course, your foregrip, which is the opposite of the long range scope, which if you shoot anybody within 3 inches, you get the accurate 1 special rule. Very nice. You're going to carry all of these. You need that advantage. That 4th piece of equipment, use it for whatever it is you want, if you choose to have a 4th piece of equipment. But these 3, they're going to be essential because you're relying completely on your shooting. In terms of strategy ploys, you have elimination pattern, which gives you piercing crits 1 or piercing 1 to your hotshot volley gun, so long as you're shooting somebody that is not in cover. Obviously, you're going to really super consider making sure you run this every single time, right? Every single turning point. So just imagine 3 CP is automatically deducted from your stuff because you're going to need every advantage here. So remember, it's not in cover, so you have to make sure you're either flanking them or they're close enough that cover doesn't matter. Also remember that with Light 'em Up, your skillet arms, you always guarantee a crit. So you're always getting this piercing crits 1. You essentially have P1 across the board, so long as you're running Light 'em Up, right? Because you're either going to roll a crit, or if you don't roll any crits, one of your normal hits is going to become a crit. So you're always going to get P1. Really nice. Clearance sweep as well, placing a token on the board and then making sure that within 5 inches of that token, you are within that 5 inches, an enemy is within that 5 inches, and then you shoot at that guy. You will get the balance special rule, which is really good. Being able to re-roll one of your dice is always a nice, handy little thing you can do. Also, keep in mind, once you put the clearance sweep token down, your sergeant can also move it at any point. Well, not at any point. During his activation, he can move it. Just keep that in mind. Then, of course, for your firefight ploys, you have neutralized target, which allows you to re-roll any of your dice so long as your target is both expended and not in cover. So, I think you all know where this is going, okay? If you're going with the all las gun team comp, you're going to be charging in to these suckers' faces. In order to get the maximum effectiveness here, you essentially have to make sure that they're not in cover. So you're going up there, getting in their faces, and you're going off. You're going crazy, which will bring us to our second firefight ploy, which will come in handy, which you should really try to use, which is cover retreat. And with cover retreat, I'm actually going to show you a neat little thing that I think you should really consider doing, not just with this team comp, but with your regular Kazakhstan team comp as well. Just a quick refresher for cover retreat. If you are in combat and if you have somebody within 6 inches of you that is a friendly operative, you can perform the fallback action, and then that other friendly operative can now perform a free shooting attack. Very nice. That means that, that other that friendly model will be performing a shooting attack not within their activation, right? Which is nice and can be used very well. In fact, let me show you how you can use it very well. Let's say for a moment I'm him and I've charged this Phobos Marine. What I can do with cover retreat is I can activate this model, use the fallback action to move up here, use this guy, my hotshot volley gun, to launch a shooting attack against this Marine, and then that's it, right? I can't do anything else. Hold up. Pause. Guys, we're not losers, okay? So the previous turning point, I will have used my commsman or my Vox Trooper to give this guy an extra APL. So he has 3 APL this turning point. At the end of the turning point, he charge blocked this guy. Now, in this turning point, he activates cover retreat. He moves over here. This guy takes his shot, does whatever he does to this guy. And then this guy, the lonely trooper, now has a free shot within 3 inches towards this medic. Now, how do I make this even better? And this is what I mean when you have to think a little bit about your strategy. Try to make it the best version possible. What if I also put a clearance sweep marker right there? Now I have elimination pattern. Now I have balance. Now I can use my foregrip, right? Everything lines up, and I have severe. And if I really want this shot to go crazy, I can also use my Relic Cicadia to ensure that I at the very least get, 3 hits or something. One of them is going to be a crit. You're going what? 4, 3, 3. They can only roll 2 dice. You're at the very least doing 1 crit of damage. Okay? And that is only 4. But who cares? Live your life. Do a little planning. And go a little crazy. Now, I already hear the naysayers again. Well, what if he goes first? And then I can't use this and then he kills him. Well, that's great. But this is an activation for activation game. So what that means is that if you're a little bit smart, you can make sure that you've charge block 2 models, okay? And then when you charge block 2 models, even if this one goes away, boom, knocked him out. Who cares? He's dead. You still have your little guy over here, little sergeant over here. You can do the exact same thing. Cover retreat, move him up over here. So he's right there. Don't look at that salt and pepper. And then, boom, he gets the free shot at him. He gets to shoot him. Everything works out perfectly. Now, that is one thing that I need you to do, right? However, the general strategy is not going to be the strategy I gave you with the Kazakhstan with the other comps, which is, defensively aggressive, get on a point and die. This is just go straight up, charge in their face and die, essentially. And then see how the dice roll out. Obviously, as I just showed you right there are ways you can strategize around that. You can try to use cover retreat. You can try to use neutralize target, elimination pattern. Make sure you get as much use of it as possible. But that requires you to get up in their faces, right? Because you do need that elimination pattern P1. Having that extra bit of damage penetration can be very, very, very helpful, right? Especially on a team that saves on 4s or even 5s. Now all of a sudden, right, you've got like a very good chance that they don't block any damage at all. Not one bit of damage. And if you're getting that close up, you can use neutralized target to ensure a kill. You've got Relics of Kadia to make sure that you get at least one hit through, which will ensure that you at least get one crit because of light 'em up. We don't even talk about the other skill and arms. But yeah, get up in their face. That's what the Hellgun protocol is all about, because you are a Kazakin guardsman. Don't forget that. Charge in there. Don't ever question your orders, and die for the glory of this mini game that we play with each other. And most of us don't even play with other people at all. Alright guys, that's it for this video. That's it really for the Kazakin. For real this time, actually. Probably. I do have, I think, maybe 2 games planned up in the future with my friend. For sure 1, maybe 2. So you might see the Kazakin again in the battle report. But you're probably going to see the Phobos Marines again. As well as, hopefully, the first Phobos video next week for their guide. Alright, that should be it for me. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like if you liked the video. And I'll see you guys later.